Hey, welcome in everybody. In this video, I am going to create the motor housing. And for the motor housing, it tells us dimensions are in inches. So I'm going to go up to new, click new. We're going to go to English Standard, hit the create button. I'm going to start my 2D sketch. So I'm going to start by creating the bottom, kind of the base for it. So I want my 2D sketch to start on this XY plane here. I'm going to just create a 2-point rectangle. And I'm just going to kind of draw it somewhere in this area here. For the dimension, this bottom line is going to be 11. And then the height of this thing is 1.5. Next thing I'm going to do is I want to kind of center this. So I'm going to go up to where you see the coincident constraint. I'm going to click that. I'm going to click on the bottom, look for the bottom midpoint of this. Look for the midpoint of the bottom line where that green dot is. So I'm going to click that green dot. I'm going to click the origin here. So it centers that piece there. And now I can finish my sketch. I want to extrude this backwards a distance of 4. And then I'm going to click, okay, yeah, I can do that. So I'm going to fill it. I'm going to fill it to the top edges. And then that has a radius of 0.5. So I'm going to click this edge, hit apply. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that kind of top piece to it. So I want to start my 2D sketch on this front face here. I'm going to create the outer circle. I'm just going to draw it over here randomly somewhere. So that outer circle has a radius of 2.5. And I'm going to cheat. So if it has a radius of 2.5, then the diameter is 5. Hit the check mark. Then I need to measure the center. So I don't know why I clicked on the line. I want a dimension from the center of this circle to the bottom. That's going to be 3.5. 3.5. And then I want to dimension the center of the circle to the center dot. I'm going to make that 0. Move it over. Then I want to, I'm just going to draw a line. I'm just going to draw 2 random lines vertical here. So one there. And then another one here. I know you're like, what in the heck are you doing? I want to constrain these tangentially. Is that a word? Tangentially. So I'm going to click the circle, click this line. I'm going to click this circle, click this line. I'm going to extend. Where's my extend here? So extend this. I didn't really want it to go down at the bottom there, but not a biggie. I'm going to draw a line from, let me project this top line here. Now I can trim these. So I can trim that. I can trim, no, I don't want to trim that. I want to trim this, and then this, and then this, and this, and this. There we go. Yeah, we probably could have done that a lot quicker and easier, but anyway, we did it. So then I want to finish my sketch. I want to extrude this back to this back surface here. Hit OK there. And then what I want to do is I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this side flat piece here. And basically I'm just going to draw a triangle using the line. So let's say I started here somewhere. I'm just going to draw it off the part here, straight across, straight down, and then dimension this angle here. So here to here is 20 degrees. And then the dimension from this bottom corner to the bottom of our piece that's going to be 2 inches. And then I can, let's see, I can finish this sketch. I can extrude, cut that whole thing all the way through, and then click OK. All right, so now it's starting to take shape. So the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to use the shell, which is here. It has a thickness of 0.25. And then I need to remove, is that right? 0.25, 0.25. Yeah. Somehow that does not look right. Oh, anyway, I'm going to remove this bottom face. All right, that looks better. Yeah, remove that bottom face. Hit OK there. Trying to look and see if we got the shape kind of created. So then what we need to do is kind of remove the holes out that they want us to do. Make sure that only the bottom is removed. It looks like, yeah. Okay, so then I want to, I'm going to just use some holes. So I'm going to click on hole here. I'll make sure, simple hole, no seat. It's going to go all the way through. So the 2 side ones have a, let's see, where we at? It has a diameter of 1. So click 1 there. And then I'm just going to pick a spot on this kind of flat surface here. I need to dimension it from the back edge. That is 2. And then from this bottom edge here, that's going to be 1.5. And hit the tab key. I'm gonna click a hole over here. Do the same thing. So let me flip this around here. I want to dimension off the back edge is 2. From this bottom edge here, that's 1.5. Hit the tab key, press OK. So it cuts those all the way through. And then I need to put this one in the front. So again, I'm gonna use the hole. For this one is going to be a diameter of 2.5. 2.5. I'm going to click on this front flat face. Say that 5 times fast. Here. And then I want to dimension it from the bottom. That's going to be 3.5. Dimension it from the side here. That's going to be, it's 11 divided by 2. So that we're centered in there. Hit OK. Yeah, that is it. That's our piece. Yeah, this one is important to do those in that order, so that you get it to match what it is in the book. So just kind of shell it and then cut the holes out at the very end, and then all we need to do is kind of fancy it up. Some shadows, reflections. For here, photo booth. And for this, I'm going to change it from default to smooth ivory. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Click the home. So just make sure that you save your part. Do your part and save your part as motor housing. Motor housing, save. All right, there we go. So that was a little bit different, and the next one is really going to be different. So we'll do the pivot latch next, maybe. Come back and find out which one we'll do. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next lesson. All right, peace.